Field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between our visitors and the Arizona Cardinals. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
On 1st and 10, Stafford finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. Open man is Higgins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. That throw into the arms of Allen. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. A look now at the defensive starters for the Cardinals. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. 3rd and 2, Stafford. He's got his man. It's Williams. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. On 1st down, it's Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They go play action here on first down. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll take this one down to the 36. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 16 carries, 64 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now. Number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play, end result, touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Faking the handoff. Now Kaya. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. 4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7.
Ready, ready. 25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, all D. Ready, go.
To throw is Kaya. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Ready, go. General, flash. Rush in. Rush in. Echo. Set, go.
From the shotgun, here's Kaya. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
This is Hunt on the draw play. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Ready. Lady. Ready. Field left.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Stafford now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. They run with Hunt. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On the run, this is Hunt. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Now Stafford, and Anderson's got it. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 33. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the back
of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
We got 25 to Mike. Squeeze, double. Hey, 25.
Here's Kaya now on 2nd down. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Smoke, 25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
A shotgun snap for Kaya. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Kaya on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
I'm coming after you.
On 2nd and 10, Kaya. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
49, guys. Mike. Go. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. 49 to Mike. Ready.
Throwing on 3rd down, Kaya. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds. To go here in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. Let's go now. Get 60, orange. Bang, 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 bang. Yep, go. Mike's 49. Here we go, D, get up high. Watch twist. Exit.
Here's Kaya, 1st down. Complete to Dorsett. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well.
The previous play is under review.
Here we go.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
Delta. We got 25 to Mike. 6 man. Check curls. And 25 to Mike. We got 20.
To the air again. Kaya. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. We move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
It's now 3rd and 8. Box shot. And 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike.
Now it's Kaya. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Back him up. Back him up.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
This pass finds its way to Williams. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Stafford down to throw. It's complete to Williams. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That good for 22 and a 1st down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense.
And he coughed it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback. Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Now a handoff looking right. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check, 93's the Mike.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw, Kaya. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the fourth and final quarter. To throw on second down is Kaya. And I think the ball's out.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Following a fumble recovery, Kaya. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He's going to fire one deep, middle, into a double team, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Stafford, he completes it to Henry. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the 50, it's Stafford. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
Now it's Stafford. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
50, wait. Grace don't travel. Grace don't travel. 1, 2, go! At 25 to Mike.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
At 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Ricky. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Go. Check. Motion out of the backfield. At 25 to Mike. We're going 25.
Kaya looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right on the 30. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They are, by the way, into the fourth quarter now in Oakland. The Raiders taking a late lead in that ball game. Derek Carr with one touchdown pass thus far. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. A'Shawn Robinson there on the stop. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. That one is caught by Hunt. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. All eyes on the Cardinals now. Down by 6, 2:08 on the clock. Their undefeated season, it's in danger unless they can score here, as they've got a 1st and 10.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Back. See it. On. Ready. Charlie. 25 to Mike. We'll go. Ready. Go.
On first down, Kaya. On the move to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, here's Kaya, escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's third down. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go, just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike. Watch the out. Hey, 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike. So we got man.
Now it's Kaya. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So down 6, and they know they need this one on fourth down.
Watch the screen. Watch the safety creep. 49 to Mike.
Going for it on fourth down. Kaya. Looking left sideline, it's complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Now Kaya. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Oh, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
We got 25 to Mike. Hey, here we go. Hey, 25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike. I can't believe they let you play.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
Here we go on 4th. Kyle, he's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Philip Dorsett in the final minute as they are now an extra point away from perhaps stealing one here in the final minute.
We all knew the situation. We're in the 4th quarter. Who's going to step up and make the big play? Well, we just saw it, didn't we? Took their shot, downfield, got it, and now they're in a great position to take the lead.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards, and it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time, don't they?
All the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw. This is caught by Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He's back to throw. It's Williams on the catch. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Stafford now to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This to almost certainly win the football game. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, befitting a tight game like this, it all came down to the wire. But in the end, the field goal to win, it goes begging.
Oh, man, that is a tough way to lose a football game. You put yourself in position, and you give yourself a chance. But it's just not meant to be.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Cards, they've indeed run the table here on the regular season. They finish a perfect 16-0, joining the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to ever do so. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it'll be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 6-10. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.